All right, we should be live. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone is doing well. Sorry for being a little late. It's been a while since I've streamed, so it's some of the settings that took me a minute to get up, but we should be good to go. Let me see. There it is. All right. Oh, I gotta fix chat, and then we're good to go. I promise. All right, Jeff, what's up, dude? Let's go. He's gonna be lurking, but I'm sure a couple things will be said that will perk his ears, and you'll see what's up again. NB, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for everyone that's stopping by. I know it's been a minute since my last stream. I've just been busy with life and other things. Still occasionally participating in Veve drops and things like that, but yeah, it's been a while. I have a lot to cover, a lot of things I do want to talk about that's currently dropping, things that are gonna drop. Ooh, that's not good. Is this... All right, there we go. Bought a few things. I also want to talk about X-Men 97 too. If anyone wants to talk about X-Men 97, you guys know I'm always down to talk about that. So, and of course, sunglasses have to be put on. All right. Gosh, what was I gonna start off with? This stuff. Oh yeah, and thank you so much, My Collectibles, for the shout out. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Happy to see our Veve socials once again becoming a fun environment for our community to share their fandoms, enjoy digital collecting experience, and provide us with valuable and important feedback in a respectful and meaningful way. Our team is working hard to ensure this continues. Keep it going, fam. Happy collecting. Respect you guys took. Let's see, one question get addressed. Locked. Okay, yeah. We're not gonna dig too much into whatever that is, but man, I did want to talk about the Blackpink drop because I haven't really said much about it recently, in the last like couple weeks or so. Long story short, I think it's just like way overpriced. When they were doing the drop info on it. I think we're a little too zoomed in here. Go. Yeah, it's like 40 gems, 45 gems, then 50, then 60. Right when I saw these like different price amounts and different like editions and stuff, I'm like, were these drops made in like 2021? Because this is kind of like the drop style I feel like Veve did like 2-3 years ago, not 2024. I did hear on Superstars video, I did watch their video about the Blackpink drop too, and they were talking about how like that video that Blackpink did where they were giving like Veve a shout out, that was like 2 years old. So it kind of lines up with the fact that like right when I saw this drop information, I'm like, this looks like a Batman black and white drop, like the different like mint numbers and different editions, like the edition numbers are I think a bit more updated. And stuff like that, but it just felt weird. Also, the crafting is just super convoluted. So you're gonna have to spend what? I think it's 195 gems, or let's just call it 200 gems to get all 4 of these in order to get a card. And then when you have the card, you can then burn it to get one of these 2, which I think is a first come first serve. This is not a blind box drop, so this is like a first come first serve. So obviously everyone's going to dog pound to the secret rare that's going to sell out, you know, assuming there's at least, you know, hundreds of cards or whatever. I mean, this is going to sell out immediately, followed by this one. But yeah, it takes 20 gems to craft both of these, which kind of makes me think, do you have to have 2 sets of these in order to make 2 cards in order to get both of these? because I read through the Medium article once, but I didn't really find anything there. It's like you can craft multiple sets or something like that. You must hold all 4 digital collectibles. Okay, is this must have limited collectible? Like, is there, so do you, if you own a full set, can you just mint as many cards as you want? Is it 1 per set? That's kind of one thing I'm trying to figure out, but long story short, it's going to be about 240 gems at least. Assuming if you can use the same set to get 2 cards, it's going to be 240 gems, assuming you get everything, assuming you win every drop, right? So I think they just priced out the entire fandom doing this. I mean, they priced out 90% of their own collectors on the app by doing this like pricing structure, in my opinion. So Wes says, I would be surprised if Blackpink sells out. I think the first drop might sell out, but I think the rest might not. I don't know which one is more popular of the 4 or whatever. I know they're all popular. But like maybe the one that's the most popular like might sell out. I don't know if that's the first drop or not. But we'll see. It's just a lot of gems to put into it. Basically, if you're, you know, a hardcore a Blackpink fan and you want to collect everything, it's going to cost you like 1,000 gems minimum, like absolute minimum. That's assuming you win every drop, you win every craftable thing, all that. So I really think this should have been much cheaper. I think the prices should have been like 1/3 of these prices. But then again, and then now we start getting to the talk of, okay, this is too expensive. Let's say we made this 20 gems or 10 gems. And even increase the mint size like a tiny bit just so more people can get into it. Do you guys feel like the Veve collectors in a weird way are kind of like not ruining the app, but kind of ruining the experience for new users in a sense of like they know which ones to stack, and you know, we know all the ins and outs of drop, you know, rebounds and this and that and sniping and all this stuff. So it's like, you know, if we did make this much cheaper with like slightly more mints, let's just call it 4,000 so more people can get into it. If it was that cheap, like 10 gems, do you think collectors would be like, all right, 10 gems is super cheap, let me buy 28 of them and then buy all these and mint all the cards and mint everything, and like no new users would even have a chance? I don't know. Overall, I just think it's overpriced. The crafting mechanic is very convoluted, and the fact that you're gonna have to get 2 cards, right, to craft both of them, and I think 3 cards, right, if you want a card to actually keep for yourself and not burn it for the drop. Yeah, it's when I saw this drop information and the prices and everything like that, I was like, man, did they make this drop information or did they sign the contract in this in like 2021? Because it just seems a bit off. But Astronex says, finally Vibes is back. Smash the likes, thanks. Agree, way too complicated for new users especially. Yeah, there's just too many moving parts. Like in my opinion, this either should have been like a blind box and make the prices like cheaper. Maybe do this as a blind box and make it 30 gems and then something like that. And as long as you have, I don't know, one of the things, you can maybe get a card. I don't know. It just seems like there's just like way too many moving parts on this. And like, if you want to keep the card, now you're gonna have to get 2 sets because you also want to get, you know, the secret rare, the ultra rare, the statue. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how this plays out, but I think 99.5% of the people that are going to play this drop are going to be just current Veve users with gems to blow, in my opinion. Long term, which would you pick? SR MC1 or SR Spider-Man collectible? Probably the collectible. I'm trying to remember how many mint numbers SR Marvel Comics #1 has. I mean, it's huge in its own right, but I would rather have SR Spider-Man personally. Real Hinano, what's up, dude? Dude, I watched your guys' live stream last night. Very interesting. Tons of fun. I kind of miss doing those like fireside chats where we just kind of all get together and talk and do more podcast stuff. Just doing interviews, talking about whatever in the community. I know that stuff happens all the time on spaces and stuff, but I think there is something nice about just kind of having a small handful of people talk and share their ideas and kind of have a direction for the conversation. I do like spaces, but sometimes it's just too many people, too many directions, too much stuff going on. And sometimes the talks can just last for multiple hours, and I just like can't keep up with it. But great to see you live. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you so much. Wow, Veve Digital Collectibles official. How you guys doing? Thanks for stopping by. Veve doesn't come to my streams. Yeah, neither. This is the first time for us, so thank you so much for stopping by. I think the crafting blind box is so that you could craft that UR twice if unlucky. Okay. Okay. Vibes, great to see you, buddy. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, my collectibles, and thanks for shouting me out on X as well. When stuff is cheap, nobody cares about it. I wouldn't necessarily say that, you know. Maybe it's just the right people that value it just aren't on the app yet, or they just haven't found it. I don't think it's because it's cheap no one cares about it. It's because no one cares about it, that's why it's cheap. I know it sounds, the wordplay is a bit different, but stuff is cheap, no one cares about it. Yeah. Jason Pina, what's up? Hard to get hype for it. I want to though. I might go for I mean, this is one of the drops that's going to happen later. I think this is the third or fourth drop of the Blackpink set. I might go for the ultra rare on these just because obviously it's the lowest mint amount, and that's going to be basically the bottleneck if people are going to want to craft the cards. I will say the cards look amazing though. I mean, all the collectibles look amazing in my opinion. Just wish there was either some sort of animation or music that goes with it. I know, I mean, we've had Disney cards and Disney collectibles with like music attached to it and stuff like that. So it just would have been nice if we had a little bit more, because I think right now in the community, a lot of people are kind of confused. Like, all right, is Veve Vibes a thing that plays music, or is Veve Vibes a new vertical that actually plays music, or is it just things related to music? Because as far as we know, and maybe Veve will have a surprise for us later after all these drop, or maybe there's an airdrop or something like that. But you know, all the stuff with Ron English, you know, has music and there's the albums and all that kind of stuff, but this doesn't really have any music. So kind of curious to see how this whole Veve Vibes thing plays out. All right, is it just a new vertical that's just related to music in general, or is it stuff that actually plays music? You know, because I do think people enjoy the music aspect of it, especially if it's something that's very personalized to Veve. Agree on the 95%. Yeah, unfortunately I do think the majority of the I mean, that's just how it's always been, right? It's not like we're getting thousands of new users every week or anything like that, but I don't think that day is too far off. But gold statue is first come first serve until it's gone. Yeah, this is going to be the interesting part. The things that got me most curious are the craftable ones, right? The gold and the silver statues, but also the cards. The cards are going to be a big deal too, because first off, they're just unique, right? They're not your typical, you know, collectible. Some people like the card aspect. You can make it huge. You can do whatever with it. Plus these get burned. So as people make the cards, you know, if you have a card, you've already dedicated enough gems to make it a set, right? And then buy the card. And then the card's also going to be the key for this crafting, right? So we could see after everything is said and done that, you know, the gold sells out, let's say even the silver, maybe a good portion of the silver sells out. But now we actually have less cards than the gold ones, right? Maybe there's only 200 cards, but yet there's still 340 of these gold statue things. So I think it's going to be kind of interesting to kind of keep an eye on the cards and see how well they do. Unfortunately, when people buy the sets, these are going to get dumped. I mean, the prices on these, I have a gut feeling, are going to go up and then down very quickly, because the fact that you can buy these and craft the card the same day, and I think people are going to be completing the sets to craft the card and then, you know, dumping the stuff back on the market because, you know, essentially you get a free card out of it, right? And let's say something like the UR is above retail, but the others aren't. You could break even, but get a free card out of it. So I'm kind of curious to see what people will do. Oh, there's 600. Marvel comic #1 SRs. I think I would still go Spider-Man because, I mean, there's 1,000 of them. And think of how many Spider-Man fans there are out there. I'm sure there's a lot of comic book collectors that love the idea of getting a Marvel Comics #1 SR, but it's a big like historical piece, but it's I think there's more people in love with Spider-Man. In a weird way, I think more people like Spider-Man than Marvel. I know that sounds like super weird, but Jason Pina, breaking my cardinal rule, which is if I had seen these IRL, would I buy it? Answer for Blackpink is probably not. This would be pure FOMO. We'll see how this plays out. I would say like everything surrounding the drop is a 10 out of 10. The way the collectibles look, Veve securing the IP, you know, having a very personalized, essentially ad campaign around this whole thing that's going on socials and all kinds of stuff. And we're getting millions of new eyes on Veve, which is great. The collectibles look amazing. The crafting mechanic looked, it's really cool. The cards look awesome. I think like the gold and silver statues look awesome, but it's like having it all crowded around like these series of drops, and it just seems like there's a lot of moving parts. It would have been nice if this was like an airdrop, like an unannounced airdrop that happened like a month or two after the drop, where it's like, all right, if you have the whole set of the girls, now you get this card, and then whoever has the cards can get these. I don't know what it is, but I feel like Veve's definitely strayed away from like unannounced airdrops. And I think unannounced airdrops was a way of rewarding collectors, in my opinion. Because if you're going out of your way to collect random sets in hopes that there's like a random airdrop, like that's not probably a good strategy. But if you're a genuine collector and you just collect what you love, and then essentially randomly you get airdrops or certain perks for holding the collectibles, I mean, that would encourage me or a lot of other people to hold instead of you know, flooring collectibles or buying the drop and then crafting the thing and then immediately flooring the collectibles. So Ham Moon, what's up, dude? I know you and many others have been poking me to start streaming again, so here I am. I'm here helping you guys out. I will say I'm down. If I seem a little low energy, it's just because I don't have an energy drink on me right now. Usually I'm like halfway into an energy drink by the time I start the stream, and I'm like ready to go. But yeah, and thanks for clarifying that, my collectibles. So there's no blind box on the statue crafting first come, so you better have those ready. It's going to be like old school. Is it going to be like old school crafting, my collectibles, where it's like basically first to click the buy button and go and you're just it? Or is it similar to, is it still the, well, it's not blind, it wouldn't be blind box, right? I guess you would like queue up for it, I guess. I'm assuming it's like the old school, like click buy and then it's just whoever buys it first is good. Grown men going for a Blackpink drop just to sell to actual Blackpink collectors. Shaking my damn head. I mean that's the market we're in, right? I mean, a lot of people buy stuff that they don't care for, but they know other people like. Right? I'm trying to think of the last time I did something like that. I'm curious, have you guys ever done that before? Where you guys have bought something either in real life or on Veve that you're like, I don't really care for this IP, but I know a lot of other people do, so I'm just gonna buy it and hope to flip it or do whatever with it. I feel like I've done that quite a few times on Veve. I just can't think of it off the top of my, oh, back in the day, a lot of it was like the black and silver, not the gorillas, but the like the monkeys. Gosh, what were they called? And I'm kind of jumping around here, chat, so I apologize, but maybe silver. I'll type in silver. Little Friends, these guys. I thought they were okay looking, but back in the day, like people were buying these for hundreds of gems and the golds for like thousands of gems and stuff like that. I bought and flipped this a few times. I'm like, I mean, it looks all right, but it's not my favorite thing. And I remember flipping that quite a few times. Flipping the URs, not financial advice. Yeah, same here. I might go for the UR on the drop, but then again, you kind of have to be careful not holding the bag, because like I mentioned, I do think there's going to be people aggressively, you know, queuing for all four of these, right? They're going to enter the queue for all four of these drop. Probably a good chance they win them all. Maybe the UR you won't win it automatically, but the others you might. Um, and I mean, the second that people complete the set and mint the card, I think they're going to floor the collectibles. I don't think everyone's going to do that. I think people want the set, but I think the people that are going after this strictly for monetary gain are going to do that. They're going to buy the set, mint the card, and then flip the collectibles, and either just hold the card till it goes up in value or actually use it to mint one of these. Maybe you get lucky and you're one of the early ones to get the gold one, and now you can flip that. So we'll see. My plan is to kind of more flip the UR rather than collecting the whole set and then minting the card. But you kind of have to be careful, because I do think people that get these and mint it and that's their goal and that's done, they're just going to flip it. So we going back to New York Comic-Con vibes? I don't know. Right now I'm probably leaning no, because I do have like quite a few personal trips planned out just for myself and family and stuff like that this year. A bit more than last year. But New York Comic-Con was a ton of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I did buy a comic there. I think it was I mentioned it in Dean Hinano's stream yesterday, but I think it was like X Factor #6, which is the first appearance of Apocalypse, which we need on Veve, by the way. We need to get that comic on Veve, because you know how X-Men 97 ended. So good point. Should have just done the signatures as an airdrop for collecting the set. Much simpler. Yeah. So I don't know what it is. I think the old days of secret airdrops, maybe that's more reserved for independent artists and people that want to, reward collectors in that sense. But maybe the bigger IPs don't want to do unannounced airdrops because people get upset, and I have no idea. So had MC so he can give us some alpha on these drops. You might be able to. It is hard kind of adding a guest on these streams when I do it this format. I will say this. I would love to get MC on a stream soon and talk about all kinds of stuff. I personally want to do it post, not all the drop, but post Blackpink drop, and kind of see, all right, what's the community's feedback, what's Veve taken away from how like these first, one or two drops play out for Blackpink. So that's kind of the time I would like to do. I'm kind of more curious about, because it's an awesome thing. Like what Vivi's doing is really awesome. Veve is just, me personally, I think the Veve community is mostly upset because this is not new user friendly. The price point, the convoluted crafting mechanic, we already know our community is going to be aggressively like buying things up to craft and do this stuff, and then aggressively flooring everything to, once the utility of certain collectibles are kind of used up, or once there's no more, quote unquote use for them, people tend to just floor it, right? So I think that's what that's what I'm kind of wish was different, was that this was just a little bit cheaper, a little bit simpler, and maybe have some sort of either music or animation with this, just to have it be more personable. I won't even get on the topic of like utility. That's a whole, like, maybe we'll have that later on in the stream, but I do want to catch up with chat. Yes, Disney stuff. Kid Arcade, what's up, dude? Yo, dude, I'm excited for DCon this year in Vegas. I'm hanging out with you and Hinano and whoever the heck else is going to be going out to Vegas. That's going to be a ton of fun. Pasternak, with refusing, with confusing drops, I usually wait for the market to open and then hopefully buy towards the bottom and sell on the short-term pump. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's plays to be made. I do think there could be a chance that the card will sell for less than the 4 collectibles combined, because think of it this way: if by somehow you got all 4 collectibles and then you mint the card, and somehow you sell all the collectibles to break even, which is probably not going to happen, the card is just pure profit. So I think what's going to happen is, the common, uncommon, whatever it is, those first 3 are going to sell at a loss, and then you'll probably break even or get close to it with the UR. And so people are going to want to sell that card to make up the difference, or at least be slightly profitable. So let's say you were down 40 gems on the collectibles after you mint it. Like, all right, minted the collectibles, minted the card. now I'm going to sell my collectibles. Okay, I had a 40 gem loss selling my collectibles back in the market. I need to sell my card for at least 45 gems, you know, or 50 gems, or whatever, to make this worthwhile. And maybe you get lucky with one of the 5 things you minted that you get like a low mint and you can sell it for more. But that's what I think it's going to be. I think there's actually going to be somewhat of a good chance that you can pick up the cards for less than buying all the collectibles and minting it that way. I think there's a very high probability of that, actually. Kid Arcade, yeah, what's up? Vibes, you're going for the UR? I think most people are, and that's what I'm going to do too. I'm just curious to see how that pans out, because if everyone's going for the UR just to flip, and only half of the people are actually going to like craft, then now we're going to have half the people immediately trying to floor, and then the other half of the people that actually want to mint, some of them are going to want to floor it too, so you have to be a little careful. You know, I thought when Veve first announced this Blackpink, I thought they had did a promotion with you. I'm like, Veve Vibes Done made it. Yeah, dude, it was just a freak coincidence that it just ended up that way. I had the name Veve Vibes for like 2.5 years or 2 years or whatever, and I had that name forever. And then earlier this year, I think it was around like February or whatever, I kind of told myself, okay, I kind of want to rebrand. I don't know what's going to happen with keeping a name like Veve Vibes and like leaving the name Veve in there. I'm like, okay, I kind of want to, and plus occasionally I do want to talk about other stuff other than Veve. It's not too often, but sometimes I do. And I changed the name, and then like 2 months later, Veve Vibes like became a thing with like wrong English. And I was like, wait, what? Okay. So it just happened to work out that way. They didn't contact me, nothing, literally nothing happened. So Alpha, Blackpink merch giveaways announcing soon. Whoa. On X? Rohanano Alpha? My Collectible says you'll always be Veve Vibes to us. Yeah, so a lot of people call me Veve Vibes. I've actually gotten a few new followers too that I could tell are part of like the Blackpink community, and I think they just looked up Veve Vibes because that was the name, and I got like a few followers. I'm like, I've never seen this person in my life. Like no one else in the Veve community follows that person's back. So some might be bot accounts, but I think a good portion of them are people from like the Blackpink community. I think like my channel has something to do with like the whole Veve Vibes thing, and I'm like, no, not really. So and we also have the hammer and stage collectible as well. Too much going on. You know what, I have not looked into that at all, and I probably should. I completely forgot that was a thing. I've been kind of disconnected from like what's going on with just NFT projects in general, including Veve. So occasionally like I'll see an announcement for something, or this is dropping, and I'll read it very briefly, but then usually the announcements or stuff after that I typically stop. Okay, where's the be soon? Not it. It's towards the, all right, I think this is, oh my gosh, sorry for that flashbang on you guys. Blackpink physical signatures sell for $30 online. Yeah, it's I don't know, you can't go everything based on physical memorabilia, but it's a good place to start. I mean, what else are you gonna do, right? But so far it's worked out. People that use that as like a benchmark for whether it's something that's worth buying. Okay, digital collectibles, how it works: sign up, join waitlist, collect, craft card, craft. To be honest, I've not seen this page at all. All right, and there's the stage, there's the glow stick. So glow stick, or the light stick, the hammer. I've seen those little hammer things before. Learn more. Okay. The information about the hammer. Oh, is it in the video? Someone told me this video was actually filmed a couple years ago. Was that right? Like when they kind of like give a shout out to Veve. I don't know where I heard that, but yeah, okay, this doesn't really explain the, go back. Sign up. Okay, so this doesn't really talk. Okay, so we don't know. Do we know anything about this hammer thing yet, or the stage? Or am I an absolute idiot and it's like on the page and I just like overlooked it? Yeah, I don't see anything. I guess we don't have any drop info on the hammer thing yet, or sorry, the glow stick. The card is the ticket for the gold level collectible. No way it's going cheap until the following week after. I could see that because it is the ticket. Yeah, I didn't think about that aspect, that it is the ticket to it. Yeah, people probably sell it for more, but I don't know. How much do you guys think that the tickets are? What do you guys think, like, how much the tickets are going to go for each drop? Like after the, like, I don't know. I'm just curious what you guys think the tickets are going to go for in the aftermarket, because I do think flippers will push the price down. Daniel D, I remember the day asking you, should I sell my Elsa for $8,000? And I didn't know how good we had it at that time. Nobody did. Maybe a small handful of people, right? But obviously they weren't speaking up because they were making a ton of money selling stuff at the top, right? I should have known back then, you know. I remember back in the day, you know, it was getting announced that, okay, you know, Veve's getting, was it like 10,000 new users a day? And you know, there's millions of users on the app and this and that. And I remember hearing about that, and and that was apparently a thing that was going on for like a couple months. And I'm like, wait, if there's that many new people joining Veve, and I remember looking at like the YouTube videos with you know, OG Vault or oh my gosh, Apps Trades and a few others. Like, I'm like, a lot of this viewership is the same. Like, it's been the same throughout. Like, it's not like it's been, I mean, it would go up, right? Because it was the bull market. But I'm like, all right, if we're getting the numbers that we're pulling, like our viewership should be like doubling and tripling. And that was not the case, but it seems like the video is 2 years old. Yes. I'm just curious how people know that. Like, how do they know the video is 2 years old? Was it announced, or did it just seem like the video is older? I've seen tweets about the hammer drop rarities, but no price or edition size. Okay, that's good. Wes says Digital Vibes is one of the last Veve YouTubers. Oh, there's still plenty of them out there. Sometimes they just get gobbled up like by Veve, like what happened to my collectibles, you know. I'm glad, and dude, we still need to talk because I still want to understand. I know you can only say so much, but just the amount of like autonomy you have with you and, you know, your brand and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of curious about that. Mark D says there's an ad that shows the 4 glow sticks. Okay. Oh, there's 4 glow sticks? I will say, like, what Veve's trying to do is great. Like, I actually kind of like that Veve can pull off drops like this that are a bit more complex. There's some like interweaving stuff where, you know, you collect this set to mint this, and then that can craft that, and if you get all this stuff, like, that stuff is super cool. Like, the technology and what they're pulling off is amazing. I just think like the execution, the timing, the pricing, the target audience that they're trying to do all this for, just not sure. Tickets 100 at least. Yeah, tickets 100. I could see that. I could see that. But at the same time, I mean, flippers. The flippers are strong. Because if they can't make money on the ticket, or they can't make as much profit as they want on the ticket, maybe they just hold the ticket and then they burn it and try and buy it later. But I don't know, as tickets get burned, I mean, the price could go up. That's more interesting. I hate to say it, probably just because I'm like a market guy, and I'm not. I watched Blackpink at Coachella last year for like 20 minutes. Great set, they're amazing. there was other people I wanted to watch. So yeah, like I watched them in Coachella last year, tons of fans, huge, like it was insane how big the crowd was that was watching them. I forgot where I was going with that thought, but anyway. Let's catch up with chat. I'm way behind on chat. That was 2 years ago, and that was on their album tour. It was on 2022 on their album tour. Okay. News now. Mary Jane, thank you so much for stopping by, dude. Tap Straight's ad, that dude is never coming back to Veve. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't talked to him in forever. Me and him never really talked like outside of Veve anyway, so let's go. Been years, dude. It's gonna Ben Years dude is gone with the win. Yeah. It used to be a flex to say that you were here early, and now people don't even bring it up. That is true. I mean, maybe because we're still early. Maybe that's it, Kid Arcade. Or is that just cope? Are we coping, or are we still really early? I think in the grand scheme of things of Veve and what they have planned, we're still early. But what does that really mean, right? I bet tabs come back of market pumps. I think a lot of people are going to come back at the market pumps. The earlier, the more you lost, unless you sold during pump, right? I'm just guessing. Yeah, essentially. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's the risk of investing into early projects or startups or whatever it is, right? Like, weird stuff's going to happen. All seems like a cash grab, to be honest. It kind of seems that way. I'm just not sure with the pricing. It is, I mean, when you have popular fictional IP characters dropping on Veve for 20 gems, 30 gems, and have like half the amount of mints, and those aren't selling out, I'm not sure if this stuff will. Kid Arcade shouting out everyone, or shouting out everyone. And Moon, let's go. All right, I'm gonna double time it through chat. Blackpink is bigger than the Beatles. Very true. I know. Yeah, Blackpink is huge. Again, it's the same question, right? How many of the fans have you know, are into digital collecting and this and that? I mean, I think the fans would be more interested if this came with music or animation or something like that. Plus, I don't know. I don't mind these drops that have like multiple poses, but I thought these days were kind of like behind us, these like multiple poses, especially since it's, I don't know. Wrong Arcade, it's the opposite. Early people were buying Todd for under 100. Yeah, we're talking how early you were, right? I mean, if you're talking 2020, early 2021, yeah, you were grabbing everything at like a discount, right? If you literally bought anything before December of 2022, you were in big profits. After that, prices started really going down. I would say before Golden Moments. I do think Golden Moments really kicked a lot of stuff off on Veve, and the market was going pretty nuts after that. Just seeing how much profit you could make getting a Golden Moment, securing it, flipping it. People were probably putting in more money than they originally thought to chase after a Walt or a this or a, you know, whatever it was. And for a lot of people, that was like their first series, like their first drop. And you already had people like contemplating like, oh, should I throw hundreds or thousands at this? Like, you know, you have people having those thoughts. So if you're able to buy before that, I think that was the best time. Then of course, 2022 is uninteresting. Arcade in the building. Thought Randy said that he was coming back last summer or something after this wedding. Thought Randy said he was coming back last summer or something after his wedding last summer. Coming back to where? I mean, he's been making content, right? Remember Veve Vision? Yeah, dude, I still have one of their stickers. I remember I saw them at DCon 2 years ago, and they were handing out like little stickers and stuff that said Veve Vision. I still have it. But yeah, I think, I mean, they were really entertaining and all that stuff. But I mean, there were two college kids that, or at least like just recently got out of college, so I'm sure they're busy with real life stuff. This Blackpink collab is crazy marketing. Never has Veve had so many eyes on it before. And new sign up numbers are actually huge. We'll see how it goes. I agree. I said like the whole, like this is the type of advertising we need from Veve. This is actually what we've been asking from Veve forever. And I think this is the first big one, because before, for the longest time, we're all like, all right, Veve, these licensors are amazing, and you know, these characters or whatever, but it's like we have yet to have a licensor, you know, like the people with millions of fans. Like, can't they put out a tweet or do a something? Yeah, everything on Blackpink is the amount of marketing that they've done and Veve's done is pretty insane. So like Veve's doing stuff that we've never seen before. And if Veve does this again and again and again, but with just different IPs, hopefully they'll learn to adjust the, you know, these numbers at a micro level, but just like marketing and trying to get the name out there and getting licensors on board with supporting this publicly. That's a big deal. All right, I'm just gonna, dude, I'm not used to chat going this fast. Maybe I have a few more people watching than normal. So I appreciate you guys being here. Those college kids, right? Yep. Collectors Gone Digital put out an awesome video on how they make Blackpink faces. Says the app does them no justice. Okay. No, I think the collectibles look amazing. I'm just not too interested in like 4 different poses of the same person. That's just kind of my thing. And dude, Collector's Gone, I've watched some of his content. He does like very good content, very high quality. I do want to start making videos again because sometimes I'm just too tired, or maybe I want to kind of just get my thoughts out in a certain format, and videos tend to be a good way to do that. Yes, Matt, one of the VV Vision guys at Decon, he was very cool. Yeah, we needed animation. Carterman, I think, right? Yep. All right, so you guys are kind of just talking. If we just get 1% of their fan base on board to Veve, these things will sell out super fast. Yeah, if we get 0.5% of their fandom, yeah, they would sell it super quick. But if we just keep getting millions of eyes on Veve over and over and over and over again, it's just going to be awesome. But now, in order to, I'm talking to have us to go from 0.5% up to 2%, 5%, you know, whatever it is. We need utility. We need to give people a reason to collect these things other than just the pure passion of I have expendable income and I want things related to the thing I love. If there's any kind of utility beyond to experience what they enjoy in a different way or in a unique way that not many people can, that's what's going to get us those extra people, in my opinion. They showed me how to buy Omi on Bit4X. Yep, Randy. It's over this episode of Tats for some reason. Oh, I was talking about Taps after his wedding. Oh, gotcha. The only K-pop group bigger than them is BTS. If we had them, VV servers wouldn't handle what we dropped from them. Yeah. Collectors Gone Digital has great content for sure. Very well made with tons of research. Yeah. Now he's got great content. It also looks great too, the way he formats it and presents it and stuff. So, all right. I think I've caught up with chat. We've talked a lot about Blackpink. Veve needs to do physical cards or something like that. Yeah, like HRO. I don't know about like HRO. I see what you mean. Obviously, it's not like Veve can just make their own cards. You know, they're gonna have to work with a company and how they're gonna ship it internationally, and you know, what's the quality control like, and they have to get all kinds of sign-offs to make sure the licensor is okay with the way the card looks, and God knows what else. So it's not about the popularity of what Veve drops. It's about if and when NFTs will take off again. I think that's a good point. We just kind of have to trust that Veve is now going in the direction of, all right, NFTs are more than just collecting what you love, and you know, it's a whole new format, you know, digitally to collect in, and it saves space, and anyone can do it around the world. That's all great, but people are always, I feel like people are always going to do the, you know, all right, well, what does it do, right? What's the utility? I don't think everything needs utility, but all right. Two Sons, when is the fight? I don't know. I don't know if there was even a fight today. I'm sure there was. Or is one. All right, let's check out Stacker really quick and see what's up and what's down. Let's look at what's up right now. Apparently Captain America #1 rare is up 5,000%. I'm assuming the floor was just super thin. That's typically what happens with these types of things. Interesting. This one went up quite a bit. This is the Days of Future Past timeline, and they kind of dug into it a bit on X-Men 97, which if you guys haven't seen it, you guys definitely have to check out X-Men 97. Great show. I honestly, maybe I kind of pulled the trigger. I'm gonna just close these. Maybe I pulled the trigger a little too soon, but I bought a few more Onslaught comics, just a few more. I think I ended up landing the ultra rare and like 2 or 3 commons on the drop. And then when I saw X-Men 97, like the show, like literally as it was playing, and I'm like, oh dude, they're gonna do Onslaught. Like there's no way they're not. And so I bought a few more commons, and of course, like we get debated. But Pasternak, what's up, dude? Oh no, that was Ria Hanano saying what's up to Pasternak. But yeah, Days of Future Past SR. That's a great looking cover in my opinion. What else is up right now? There's quite a few things. A lot of it is various comics. Also, the first Black Suit Spider-Man, the rare, has gone up to 12 gems. I think this was down to like 8 at one point. So it's actually gone up quite a bit. If you guys see any collectibles or comics that kind of pop out to you, let me know, and we'll take a look at it. This Rewind Collective flag has been like yo-yoing a lot, like up and down, I've noticed. It's kind of hard to see on the chart. I still need to sign up. I need to make a new email because I don't want to use my Veve email or my personal one for Stacker, so I need to make a new email. It's been kind of too busy. But you can kind of see it here on the chart very briefly that, I mean, this thing has been yo-yoing up and down between like 10 to like 20 gems. It's just been going up and down. I think it's a great looking collectible. So it's just a rainbow flag, right? But it'd be cool in the Veveverse if you could like make that your floor or your wall or whatever it is. Or I do think the Rewind Collective flag is one of those collectibles that just presents very well, and you can do a lot of different things with it. Tucson says AF15 is plummeting. I have been tracking AF15, and yeah, we'll just look it up live on Veve. Amazing Fantasy 15. Last I saw, it was at 220. Where's it at now? Wow. Jeez, that thing really bottomed out. Yeah, AF15 is going down very quickly. Do you guys think this is all over the Blackpink thing, or do you guys think that, I don't know, it's starting to get to the point now where 200 gems is a lot. Actually, I meant to do this earlier. Apologize that I didn't. Sorry for the white screen, everyone. So let's find stuff between 220 and like 180, maybe 170. Definitely a gem squeeze. So you think it's a gem? So I wouldn't be surprised. It's weird that it's uniquely targeting just AF15, right? Like, actually, let's just look it up right now. Amazing Fantasy 15. Okay. I know this price isn't 100% correct, but last week, last 30 days. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, A15's been kind of bleeding out for the better part of a month. Yeah, in this early May, yeah, there's some people flooring it for like 180, 185. Now it's even cheaper now. Didn't we see it at like 170? I'm just curious to see what people were flooring this for back in early May, before we even had an announcement about Blackpink, right? Or did the Blackpink announcement happen early May? When was Veve's first announcement of Blackpink? May 12th? No. I don't think so, right? Yeah, they only announced it or no, right here. May 5th. Okay, so May 5th is when it was announced. Let's go back. Went too far. Yeah, people are flooring this even before May 5th, like May 1st to here. Unless people thought we were maybe getting like a big Star Wars drop, and they just haven't announced it yet. Like maybe late May we might get a big Star Wars drop. I was kind of just more curious, like what people were flooring this for, or maybe they just wanted to sell it. Let's relive some pain. Can you check out R2D2? I bought it at 5K. Yeah, we'll check out R2D2. Yeah, it's just crazy that Amazing Fantasy right now is at 170. R2. D2. That 202. You're only down, I don't know, 90, like 7.5% or something like that. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. Yeah, everyone has a story like that. For me, it's like Steamboat. I mean, I got Steamboat Willie on the drop, but there's been plenty of golden moments that I spent way too much on. But yeah, like what's going on between like 220 and 180? All like, what are people? This is why I don't really like these new comics. The floors are so thin that the outrageous pricing just makes it just flood any kind of filtered search. Like most of these comics are not worth 200 gems. All right, let's just look at the collectibles then. Not really. I mean, unless people are selling a AF-15 for an R2-D2. Not a terrible move. Todd is down to 500, lowest price in a while. I think Todd was actually below 500 about a week ago, because that's when I was contemplating buying him, and I should have. He was at 485 like a week ago, maybe. Yeah, he was actually below 500, so he's actually on kind of an upslope from where he was before. I was considering buying it when he was below 5. And I still think I might, because technically his all-time low is 469, which is pretty darn cheap, especially for something that's like a triple FA. Thorn, I knew I should have sold Steamboat Willie for 11k. Yeah, dude, we all did. Yeah, it's here. Not just AF-15, other 10k Grail comics are down in the 20s right now. Oh yeah, dude, yeah, excellent point, MC, because I have actually been scoping around on Veve, and I just see what people are listing. Sometimes you see, you know, a first appearance Thor, then a first appearance Hulk at the top, and I click it and I look at the floor and I'm like, oh man, these are pretty darn cheap. Yeah, like right now, like what's Giant Size X-Men going for? I think this one actually got pumped up, because this did get as low as like 23 gems a couple days ago. I think someone just bought 3 or 4 of them, and so the floor went up. Trying to think what's another one. This one, yeah, first appearance Venom. Yeah, I remember this thing was 25, 30 gems for a while. Definitely hovering around 20 for a while. Now this thing is down to 13. Dazzler's kind of a unique scenario. I think she's like a huge spec play. It's probably one of the better ones. That one. I'm trying to find the ones that in my collectibles were mentioned. Those kind of like 10k grails that we have on the app. No, Amazing. I know Amazing Spider-Man, but it's not a 10k drop. I'm kind of curious where Kang is at. That is a 10k drop. Down to 25. That is pretty darn cheap from where it used to be. All right, we'll check one more. Whoops. Dude, X-Men 97 comic is still just going absolute bonkers. I'm gonna let this thing cool off for like 3 months before I even think about buying this again. I should have pulled the trigger. I should have bought one when it was going for like 35 gems, like shortly after the drop happened on like the Veve Comics website. But I was so exhausted. It was 45 a.m. and I had work the next morning and all that stuff. I was like, I cannot stay up for another like 15-20 minutes to like wait for it to get listed on the market and like search for the best price. I passed out. Then I woke up, it was 60, and then ever since then it's never gone below that. So I have an uncommon, but I don't have a common. U2 vibes, yes sir. Captain America SR under retail. Yeah, there's a lot of, we'll take a look on my NFT tracker about which ones are actually at an all-time low. You could have bought 50 R2D2s for 5k. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, if we all sold during the bull market, right, obviously it would have been even shorter lived than what happened when it was kind of slowly bleeding out. But yeah, you know, Walt was going for what, 35k or something like that. Now you can buy, you know, 15 Waltz, you know, or 12. Man, the price goes up, so you can't, you know, you're not buying all of your Waltz at floor price, right? Because the price goes up pretty exponentially. Probably wrong, but part of me thinks everything is dumping to get us to sell. And towards the end of the crypto bull run, NFTs will pump. It's like crypto scare you out of your position tactic. 25, gotcha. I don't know. I don't think there's like some good conspiracy that Veve's doing or the Veve community or anything is really. I think Veve is just trying to keep pace with their schedule, with their licensors. They want to keep the drops going, new IPs, new and exciting things that are happening. And I think just naturally, because I mean, crypto's kind of hit like a little, obviously crypto's slowed down a bit, but people are still expecting it to make big moves later this year. I do think it's going to play out similarly to the last bull run, where it's like crypto and everything's going to pump up because honestly you can get quicker and whatever gains in that kind of realm, and then it trickles down to like NFTs and things you can collect and enjoy. So that could be the case. One ton mon, thank you so much for stopping by. Bros, we back for Blackpink drop. Which ones you going for? Probably just the UR, but we'll see. Even 60 gems is pretty hefty for a drop. It's like if people aren't fully buying out Black Suit Spider-Man, even though it's not FA, whatever, that's still a super iconic suit and pose and everything for Peter Parker. If that thing's like not selling out, did that thing sell out? I don't think it did. I'm just not sure how these Blackpink drops are going to go. If UR is going for 60, we'll see. Floor prices are juicy, but not a crap load of listings. Interesting times for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna let X-Men 97 cool off for like a cool 2-3 months before I even think about buying it again. It's just way too high right now. I do understand there's like 400 or 500 mints of the common or whatever, but I do think there's gonna be bigger and better drops that happen later, and people are gonna kind of start. I mean, if people are flooring AF15s right now, pretty quickly, people are gonna floor X-Men 97 as well. It just needs time. Oh yeah, an Iron Man Grail 10k comic. Yeah, this is down to 30. It's actually kind of holding its value relatively well, but I think the floor is just super thin on this. But yeah, there's a lot of comics right now going for super cheap. Like if we actually look at common comics going for, I don't know, 15 to 25. Common comics, dude, all these. Which I don't even know which Spider-Boy one this is, by the way. Right. Man, I'm not a huge fan of these new comics flooding the market, messing up my filtered searches. Oh well. You know what Veve needs to do? They need to have a toggle on the website that says Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age, Modern Age. That would help so much with the filtering and so much stuff. Not only on Veve, but if whoever's running these websites, whether it's on my NFT tracker or whatever it is, because I go on here and I'm trying to find a comic between 15 to 25 gems, and I already know 85% of the comics here are not actually worth 15 to 25 because they're all just very low mint modern age comics. Evolved, what's up, dude? What's good, vibes? Hope all is well. I'm doing great, thanks for asking. I'll probably make a video at some point, maybe this weekend. So like tonight or tomorrow, I might make a video where I was planning on doing like monthly recaps of like what happened with Veve and what I think they can improve on and things they did great and this and that. So one of them, in my opinion, is just like more filtered results or searches for comics, because it's just way too convoluted and way too hard to find stuff. And if you guys looked at the Veve 2.0 website, not working. We reload. $30K walk-in 2022 was actually 10K Walt because of the cheap gen. That is true. It was a combination of fake gems getting pumped in the market, half price gems flowing around and people trading amongst each other and all that stuff. Also, people just trading collectibles straight up. People have multiple accounts and like filtering collectibles or comics or whatever it is to like one account and sell stuff. Like, it was crazy back then. It was legitimately the wild, wild west. Like, when you really think about it now, I think they need to find some kind of way to bring trading back. But I think overall, the way the Veve like ecosystem was set up before was like just not healthy, and that's why bots were just absolutely thriving back then. So overall, I think it was a net positive, like all the changes that Veve has made about that stuff. But I really hope we find some way to incorporate some level of trading back. So I noticed the Veve 2.0 website looks very, very, very similar to Veve Comics website. Definitely with the like rarities, all that stuff. I don't know what Veve needs to do with like their background or something like that. At least it's not that like weird like muted gray, right? Like the version 1 website, like this one. Yeah, like the gray isn't that interesting, so I'm kind of glad maybe they made it all black. But Symbiote Spider-Man sold out on drop day. Okay, it did sell out. Okay. Did you check to see what the few SR Spider-Man collectibles sold for? Few SR Spider-Mans. Let's see. Not Spooderman, Spider-Man. SR, so here. 4 days ago, someone bought one for, wow, people are really, you know, this one's actually being bought up a little bit more often than I thought. So we have Secret Rare Ultimate Animated Spider-Man. There was a purchase 4 days ago for $4 grand. Another, well, we don't know if they actually paid for this amount. Like all we know is the floor price of when it was bought. So sometimes people buy like low mint stuff that's well above the floor, and that's why the floor price doesn't shift or change. Because these look like these were all 4 mint or 2 mint Spider-Mans. That's crazy. That all happened 5 days ago. Who is this guy? I'm gonna open up a different tab. Gonna lurk on this guy's transactions real quick. Interesting. He's not just buying Grail stuff. He's definitely focused on Marvel. This dude just went on an absolute buying spree 5 days ago. Is Veve dead? Veve's always been dead. The same way that like World of Warcraft's been dead for 15, 20 years, however long. Cheap gems wreck the market and trust. A bit worried lately. Yeah, I don't know. I think whatever happened with the market before, you know, it's, you know, with the fake gems and all that stuff. Obviously, I think we're still briefly feeling the after effects of it, but I think it's kind of all getting filtered out now. By now, Veve's fine. Our vault values are not. True. Blackpink was behind the whole fake gem scandal. I knew it. It's never us. It's always someone else. It's much easier to cope that way. Veve is making money, users are not. True. Makes no sense to some, but that's the whole point. Because it makes no sense, it makes it more likely to happen because no one would believe it. I've got decent mints and they won't sell unless it's cheap. Yeah, they really need to make some sort of, and I thought about doing this. I don't even have that remotely the skill set to do it. But I think it would be really awesome if there was a website that people could publicly post, like almost like a not like a marketplace, but almost like a community created like bazaar or a, I guess just whatever, like a marketplace where people can post like, hey, I have this to sell, here's the mint number, and you can kind of give like a brief explanation, you know, about the collectible or whatever it is. Because as of right now, there's no way to promote listings. It's very easy to like overlook listings, especially if you're selling like if you're selling a collectible, it's not that hard, because if you do this, right? All right, let's go with the Veve collectibles. Go to the market. They only have version 1 of the market so far. So if you go on Veve, right, you click on comics, let's just, you know, these are all the most recently listed comics, right? So you have all these. It's kind of hard because if you're selling a ultra rare Uncanny X-Men 94. It's kind of hard because people have to click into it and they have no idea which one actually got put on the market. I have no idea if it's the common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare. It doesn't really tell you. So usually I just start with the commons and hope someone really floored one for super cheap. Sometimes I kind of filter through 3 of them. So it's much harder to get your comic found if you're trying to sell it, if it's like a random rarity or whatever. Collectibles are easy because when you click here, these are just the most recently listed collectibles. I can click here and just look. Right. I think most people, I think 99.9% of the people just look at the floor and like, all right, did someone floor something for cheap? Okay, cool. If not, I'm gone. But yeah, if you're flooring, not flooring, but if you're selling a 2-digit, right? This, like, I think this is the cheapest 2-digit. Yeah, like 40 gems. Like no one's looking here. So I kind of wish there was a way on either on the Veve website or if someone has a third-party website where people can actually like, you click on a profile, you can see all the things they have for sale and what they're trying to sell. You can even make offers on the website too, right? You tell them like, hey, I see you're selling whatever the heck this is for, you know, 20. I like that mint number. Can you put it for 15? I'll buy it, or 12 or whatever. That's super low ball, but exactly. Veve does not care about our vault values. I agree. I also don't know if it's part of their responsibility to like make sure our value, like I don't even know how they would approach, right, doing that or fixing it. Can you pull up sales on SR miles? I think the last one was 92 for 6.99. Yeah, we'll take a quick look. It's hard to tell because it's only going to show us the floor price, right? So we won't. There probably is a way you can find out exactly how much they paid for it. But I think on Stacker, I don't believe there is a way. You can see like exactly how much they paid for it. Let me say, can you pull up miles? Sorry, I think the last one was number 92 sold for $6.99. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm looking here. The last sale was 5 days ago. Floor price was 91,000, but yeah, whoever this is, they got two digit mint SR miles. Is this the same guy? I think this is the same guy. Yeah, this is the same guy we looked at earlier. Who is this person? Literally just went on just an absolute buying spree. But almost bought like literally hundreds of collectibles. Like we were still scrolling down and still said 5 days ago. Veve's the new Fanatics, see how they run. Veve is the new Fanatics, see how they run their company, printing the shit out of every card so they can make money, printer style. Yeah, I don't really have much of an opinion on that. They're going to say we got Veve feed to post all that stuff to sell. Not really. It's not the same way. I mean, you miss. This is how fast the Veve feed goes and like how easy to just miss stuff. Like this. I actually like that picture. It's kind of a cool picture with Woody. I'll like it. Yeah, the feed is definitely not as active as it used to be. But I mean, actually, I mean, there's people posting in here every few minutes. So it's one of those things where like, if you did a post, right? Your post is kind of gone within a few minutes. So unless you have someone actively looking at like the Veve feed, like this guy's post, Larry 1988, like it's probably going to be down here in 5 minutes. It's also interesting how the Veve store will randomly like post on, like this was 6 days ago. It's almost like they'll like randomly post on here. It's also weird how the Veve, apparently the official Veve store like doesn't have a profile picture. Should probably fix that. This account's private. Ooh, I wonder what the Veve store wallet looks like. All right, let me catch up with chat. I'm way behind. Like the stream, y'all. The community determines that aftermarket value of collectibles, but creating better drops is a priority of Veve. Stay tuned. Dude, my collectibles with those cliffhangers all the time. I know you guys feel this way. Veve sees it. Just you wait. Basically, every time. My collectibles knows how to get us get us going in the good way. There are transfers between two Marvel. Oh, these are transfers between two Marvel wallets. Okay, I was like, that is way too much going on. I don't know. Then why does the community like to lose? Why does the community like to lose money? MC, that's on them. That's why I have not played. People can do whatever they want. Just because VV drops something doesn't mean you have to buy it or, you know, speculate on it or take a gamble or risk or whatever. Like, I haven't bought any of these. Like, I didn't buy the Kawaii All-Stars or this or that. Like, I really haven't participated in a comic drop except for this one. No, I didn't buy this one. That was a 10 gem one. I bought one in the aftermarket. The last time I actually bought something off from the store was the Onslaught comic. That was the last thing I actually like bought from the store. Everything else was either in the secondary market and I just waited for it to go cheaper or whatever. But how many of the original Golden Moments are now under retail? Probably all but... That's a good question. Let's find out. I think probably all but Walt, R2-D2, and C-3PO. Golden Moments? That's a fantastic question, Coconut. Appreciate you asking. Let me see here. You guys feel kind of bad that I was, I feel like I was kind of bashing Veve and they jumped into my stream and feel kind of bad. They'll get over it. Golden, what is going on here? Golden, oh, it's because I have it on comics. I'm such a dunce. Golden Moments. All right, so the floor price, let's do this. Whoops. Keep messing up these filters. Store price, NFT name, brand. Oh, we'll just put them on floor price, whatever. Okay, so all of these, I mean, Golden Moments were already selling for 60 gems, right? Okay, so, and who would have thought it? Outside of Wally and the Pizza Planet truck, all of the original Golden Moments are above retail. Everything else is below retail. So, because the Pizza Planet truck and Wally were part of the original set, but like Skateboard, Iron Man, Homer logo, all of these are actually above box price, you know, above retail. Not bad. I mean, it kind of goes to show, I mean, I've always kind of said, I said it that the original Golden Moments were going to do the best, in my opinion. I still think the other ones like Donald and Daisy and even the D logo and, you know, Winnie the Pooh, like some of these other ones could do really well too, but it's hard to beat the originals. You vibes keeping it real, homie. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've made content for other video games before and other topics and stuff, and I've always been like a big proponent of like helping out new users, making everything more market friendly, give, you know, without overwhelming your users or whatever, of like too much information. But I fully believe in like giving them as much information as tools as possible to, you know, buy what they enjoy, essentially. The guy that bought that Mint 92 SR mouse is trying to flip it for more. His VV name is Colsure. Okay. Yeah, I know there's a lot of whales out there, people making moves right now because things are pretty darn cheap. So I don't trust VV, but I'm still 10x up from the money I'm in, so I'm not worried. Yeah, I got super fortunate. I won a couple drops like early on and it just flipped them. I kind of wish I kept that habit of flipping instead of like, you know, hardcore holding a bunch of stuff, but only 6 likes. Let's go, fam. Dude, appreciate it. Kosher stays flipping. Yeah, I think I've seen him before on VV, like just like scrolling through the market. I think I've seen the name. Got him. Run vibes. Good to see you and talk to you soon. Cheers. Yeah, dude, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we'll link up, and I definitely want to do you know, talk about your new role and some things that you've learned, and also just talk about VV, right? Same here. Been slow on buying lately, but definitely want definitely work for the cars stands. Yeah, I passed on those. I've just never seen cars. You're not bashing, you're being honest. That is true. That is very true. Appreciate it, Hinano. I just feel bad because it's like my first stream in forever. Veve's here, but it's good feedback. I still love Veve, love everything it stands for. It's just we want it to do well. We all want new users. We all want people to enjoy what we enjoy. I want to make it as easy as possible to share the Veve experience with like other people, but it's just so difficult now with you know, KYC and then like the price of stuff. Like it's kind of hard because unless you're buying very low tier whatever comics, it's kind of hard to not spend a decent amount of money on Veve, right? It's not one of those things where you can kind of throw $10 at it and buy a ton of different things and experience Veve in a unique way. I did want to make a video, and I'm still going to do it, which was like kind of like my personal picks for like best collectibles under like 10 gems or something like that. Just something for new users when they get on the app, some like really cool collectibles that present super well. I know I've talked about this a million times before, but I think there's a lot of really good looking collectibles that I think like, all right, as a new user, if I put $10 in the app, I can buy one or two of these things and probably put it anywhere or in most places and still have it look awesome. Not too loud, my brain hurts. Okay. What up, Vibes? Oh, Rob Cooks, what's up, dude? I just uploaded a vid to the Veve feed. Awesome stream as always. You uploaded a video to the feed. Let's take a look. Hello? Reload it. Other, of course. Veve Wheels, what's up, dude? That's right. Let's go. People born Iron Mans. Okay, so yeah, you can promote listings like this. Yeah, I wish they had this, but it would either stay up, you know, for a while, or maybe there's a different tab where it's all dedicated to just people showing off the collectibles or stuff they're trying to sell. Rob Cooks, he's uploaded a video to the Veve feed. Is this you? Oh, is this one? That's sick, dude. I really like the low angle too. I know Wolverine, you probably had to make him kind of compact so he fits in the, because he's kind of wide. So you probably had to shrink him down to be compact, but that looks awesome. And the lighting actually works out really well too. No, dude, that's super cool. See, his thing is already down here. He posted this less than 10 minutes or about 10 minutes ago, and it's already gone. Like most people aren't going to scroll down that far. I do wish I sold everything I got on the drop. I would still be stacking SR Grow comics if I did. I probably would be too. Like, okay, imagine this. What if you guys sold maybe not your entire collection, but a majority of your collection in like the bull market, and you're up, I don't know, 10, 15x from where you are now, like easily. What would you guys be buying right now? Like you look at something, and me personally, it's like, all right, I'm buying the Golden Moments set. You know, the Grails, Todd, Spider-Man, like all those ones. Just kind of secure them while I can, and then I'll buy some more kind of fun speculative stuff. I trust Veve. Why is vault value their fault? I'm still ahead. Let's go. Love Veve. Nice. Yeah, I'm still ahead too. Like I said, I got lucky and I won quite a few drops, and I kind of floored some stuff early on, including like a Walt and Elsa and a few other things. So I'm up quite a bit because of those. So I think in order for me to like lose money, I think my vault value would need to half again or something like that by now, or probably half like one more time. It would have to like half like twice or something. People blame others for their own mistakes. That is very true. I'm not saying that's happening here, but people do typically blame Veve for their vault value collections and stuff going down. I don't think that's Veve's fault. It's just the community at large. I mean, I'm not saying Veve isn't at fault, but it's not 100% their responsibility because like the market is not doing as well as everyone thought. Cool, dude. I'm caught up with chat. Let's go. Now we can talk about some stuff. Miles Morales. All right, let's see what else is oh no, we were gonna look at some collectibles. In my opinion, that looks super well for like less than 10 gems. How do I get rid of these stamps? It'd be awesome if I could just get rid of stamps. I have to do this later, but there's like, in my opinion, or actually let's flip the floor price, because that means the better ones will be up here. Bro, dude, it's crazy. You can get a Gary Frank Batman for 10 gems. It just hit its all-time low. It looks like it's been like that for a couple days now. Man, you can get Kang for under 10 gems, Gambit. Dude, you can get Boba Fett. So I think Boba Fett looks, if you're a Star Wars fan, it's like, yeah, $10, you get a cool Boba Fett looking collectible. If you like Catwoman, 9 gems. I think last I saw the T-Rex was like 7 gems. Coconut says the only true grail is the gold silver logo. It's definitely up there. I don't think it's like the one true grail, but it is the grail that has the most controlled utility, because Veve can do whatever they want for it. So I do agree. If someone asked me if I would rather have like a Walt or that, I mean, obviously Walt's not worth as much as a gold and silver logo, but I would still take the logo. I don't have one yet. Still, I might buy one. We'll see. If I had 10 to 15x gems right now, I would cash out and put it into so many other things before Veve. You can't ignore the current economics and miss the bull market. I think that's what some people, I don't think there's tons of people cashing out of Veve necessarily, but people have definitely slowed down their buying on Veve than, of course, what it was 2 years ago, right? So still online, sup, what's up? Shankster, I've seen the Veve Blackpink ad on Snapchat. Didn't know they started on there. Yeah. The real question is, are we doing ads in Korea or other parts of the world? Or is this just strictly US? I don't know. You guys that are like seeing ads for Blackpink, are all of you guys in the US, or do we have any people in like the UK or other parts of the world that are also seeing Blackpink ads? Hamoon, dude, thank you so much for the, let's see, that pound, euro, dude. I think my American is showing. I don't even know. Pretty sure that's zero for the $5.99. I appreciate it. Happy Saturday. Can we go check season 1 collections? Of course. Oh, you're in the UK? Okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay, so we got ads going all over. Let's take a look here. So you said season 1 collectibles. Yep, that is a good call, because there's some cheap season 1 stuff going on. Quite a few all-time lows going on as well, mostly in the Batman series. I'm in the UK, loads of Veve adverts for Blackpink. That's awesome. Like, okay, I will say that is a huge benefit to Veve, or just such a huge breakthrough with Veve. The amount of advertising, Veve's never had this many eyes on Veve ever, in my opinion. Like, they've never had this many eyes on. Now, is the drop not ideal? Is the crafting system super convoluted? Is it expensive? Does it take way too long over the course of too many days? Yes, but there's tons of people looking at Veve, and I think that's more important than, in a weird way, like the drop itself. But the drop is going to be amazing. Weirdly enough, I do want to like either get a car. I want to get something from the drop. I don't know what it's going to be, but anyway, here's the season 1 drops. Let's see here. Actually, catch up. Ooh, AF15, it meant $2.92 for $7.99. Someone should pick it up. Please buy it. Is that yours, Pasternak? I have a feeling that's your AF15. Thinking about getting some Batman season 1. Let's do it. $7.99 that. Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at. Is there a way to filter this by season 1 or I don't think so. But we can also change this to like percent from all-time low, and we can actually see which ones. I mean, some of these are already out at an all-time low. So right now Todd's at 520. To be honest, I do think Todd will probably go down below 500 again. He did it earlier this week. at 485. I don't know if you guys can see that, but on the 7th, so 6 days ago, he was at 485. Pretty darn. I was gonna pull the trigger. I should have pulled the trigger, but if he goes below 480 again, I'm probably just gonna pull the trigger and buy one. So, and if you guys are flooring a Todd below 480, just message me. Probably I have to load gems in my account and everything first, but if anyone's flooring a Todd for less than that, maybe 475. I don't know, maybe we'll haggle. Just, you know, just put it down for 420. I can never get AF15 to come up and search. Tried like 15 days away. Are you talking about in the app? Big A? I know it's probably going to be different, like if you're on your phone, but I actually just do Amazing Fan. Oh, what is going on here? Huh? Am I in my collection or something? Over here? Amazing Fantasy? What is... Is this what you're running into? Why is it showing this? What the heck is going on? All right, let's reload maybe. There we go. Okay, maybe I was in like the market 2.0 or something like that, and it just looks different. Yeah, you might have to get out of the 2.0 website, or like maybe go to the store page and then search it. I'm gonna try it on my app right now. Gotta help out my fellow, and then we'll get back to season 1 collectibles. I want to help out Hamoon here. Big A says yes in the Veve app. Okay. Joe Matt has always been my favorite until you pointed out the huge glove hand, and now I can't unsee it. I literally zoomed in on it. Darn it, vibes. Dude, I mean, yeah, I see that like big hand there. I don't know, and his hands. I mean, just because he looks like a NHL like goalie, like glove or something like that. My Veve app's not even loading. Joe Matt, I will say, Joe Matt still looks very good. I actually think the gloves look kind of cool. Maybe if they're like a tiny bit smaller, it would look better. But overall, like I think it's definitely one of the better looking, collectibles, or like Batman's. Becky Cloonan looks cool too. Let's see what else the all-time low. Jason Fabuk. I actually really like this one as well. I think it's my favorite one of the second set. Yeah, because the second set, I mean, actually, this is the only Batman in the second set. Dude, Joker, I think, is a bit of a steal. I know there's a lot of mints, don't get me wrong. But so is with Todd and a lot of like the season 1 stuff. The season 1 stuff in general just has a lot of mints. But Joker, yeah, hit its all-time low today. 445? What? Or sorry, 44.5 gems. What's Joker at right now? Sorry, I keep jumping around, guys, but these prices got me interested. Joker. Okay, my Veve app's not even loading, so I wish I could help you, Big A, but we're gonna keep looking at season 1 stuff. Are you, Hammond, are you looking at Joker at all? Look at this. It's actually lower, 47, or no, okay, someone must have floored one for 44.50 and it got bought up right away. But even 47, I mean, the box price on it was 80, right? So it's already almost going for half price. Batman, Men in Tights. This one looks almost like a plastic toy figurine thing. It doesn't look terrible. It just kind of lacks some detail that I want. Amanda Connor doesn't look bad. Obviously Harley's pretty cheap. I bought my Harley for 30. I'm really glad I did back then. I don't know what caused it to get a big Rise? I mean, the number of listings increased. So maybe the floor just got so cheap and someone bought up a few and now they relisted theirs. Not stop footing Joe Batman. What are you talking about? Best Batman on the app, in my opinion. Savid, what's up, dude? Just try it again, and Amazing doesn't work. Amazing Fantasy 15 doesn't. Yeah, my Veve app's not even loading for some reason, so. Yeah, I don't know what to tell. I mean, do you own it? If so, you can maybe look at like the floor price that way. Jason Fabik looks. I do like Jason Fabik a lot. He's my favorite too, more than Todd. I think. I don't know, aesthetically, what do you guys think looks like the best Batman? Like when I think of Batman, at least like the Batman version I'm thinking of, it's either Joe Mad or Jason Fabik, to be honest. I think Edward, like Rizzo looks awesome too, but he's like a bodybuilding, like death metal boot wearing, like, I don't know, like emo looking kind of style. I mean, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not like my stereotypical Batman when I think about it. I think it's more in line with like Jason Fabik, which is only going for 13 gems, by the way. All-time low for Jason Fabik. 5,500 mints. That's pretty low considering that's a season 1 collectible. You know, most of the stuff we have is like 7,500 or around there. Penguin. No one talks about Penguin. Another pretty popular villain. Not as big as Joker, right? But half the mints. 3,250. Half the mints of Joker. What's its all-time low? 48.99. That was a little under a week ago, so like 3 weeks ago. Interesting. You now know, yeah, everyone's saying what's up. Nobody knew what Todd Batman even was until, exactly, I didn't know what it was. When people say Todd, I'm like, dude, who's Todd? What does it matter? Joker, no comment. Bro, what? Moon, one ton man. I'm thinking of buying 2 Waltz, all-time low. C3PO and Elsa is under 100. Yeah, they're both under 100. They're not under retail, but they're definitely under 100. To be honest, I always like Batman collection on Veve. Prices are coming into a range where I am getting interested. Not financial advice. I love how like you always gotta like throttle yourself whenever you're talking about this stuff that you're like passionate about. Like, dude, I really like these. I want to stack a bunch. You know, not financial advice, but I'm gonna buy 400 of them. Becky or Joe? I do like Becky as well. Becky Cloonan. Definitely a unique look and definitely more I don't like more leans into the bat and like dark side of things than because this right here, Batman looks like he weighs, you know, $175, which is not small. But then when you look at friggin' Rizzo, dude, Batman looks like he's 265 right there. Maybe not that. With all of his gear and stuff, yeah, dude, he's definitely pushing 265. Like with all that gear. Clonan? I don't know. Clonan? I like Rizzo and Becky. Yes, sir. 1 SR Spider-Man or 1 SR Spider-Man, in my opinion. It depends. Okay, if you're looking to flip, usually you want to get multiples, right? So you can like dollar cost average out or sell it as you need or whatever the deal is. But if you're just like want to buy and hold, yeah, Spider-Man, obviously. Those boots, I don't know, dude. Yeah, dude, those boots are... No, those things put army boots to shame. Yeah, yeah, those are like 15-pound boots each. Dude's weighing himself down like Dragon Ball Z. Let's look to see what's at all-time low. Difference to all-time low. So all these collectibles right now, the price might be a bit off because someone might have bought it by now, but these are all at an all-time low, technically. Starfire, I've been keeping a close eye on her. 80 is still just way too much, but she only has 1,000 mints or 1,052 mints. I'm gonna zoom in one more so you guys can hopefully see that a bit easier. Batman character is more of a top level athlete, not a bodybuilder, though, which is why I'm not a fan of Rizzo. I think so too. Yeah, like he's supposed to be like an Olympic athlete. Like the way I view Batman, you know, 6 foot, whatever, maybe early, low 6 foot, whatever, probably like 220, something like that. Maybe like 225, 230 at the heaviest. I'm doing it in pounds. I think all of you guys that are overseas are wondering, like, what's he mean? In kilos? No, it's talking pounds. For the flips, definitely Rizzo, but for collecting Spider-Man, yeah, I'd say so too. If you're just looking to slowly dollar cost average out of something, and you're, because that's the issue I'm kind of running into, where it's like there's some collectibles I bought strictly for the flipping strategy, but if it's so expensive you can only buy one, trying to time right the top or a good point to sell it at is very difficult. You're always going to be like, all right, is this the top, or should I wait a month, or all right, this drop is happening, should I sell it before, you know, this gets announced? But if you have 5 of them, you don't feel as bad because you only sold 1 of your 5, and if stuff goes up or down, you can adjust accordingly. Anyway, wow, you can get this. I will say this, even though it's not FA Captain America, this one actually looks pretty good, and you can get this for 11 gems right now. It's at an all-time low. It was originally released at 100 gems. You are Spider-Man going for 455. We've already seen some of these Batmans. Jason Fabek. I actually don't mind Gary Frank Batman. His face just looks like very long. It actually looks pretty cool. I actually kind of like the way the suit looks. Big emblem looks okay, a little campy, but still looks cool enough. He's going for 10 gems. Marceline, Professor Utonium. Geez, all these Powerpuff Girls ones are just getting absolutely destroyed. Oh no, this is from Adventure Time. These other two are from Powerpuff Girls. Mira, dude, Mira going for 8 gems. Who was it? What's the, oh my god, what's the actress that played her? Amber Heard. Okay, there we go. I think Amber Heard just ruined the collectible for a lot of people. That might be it. That could be the case. Throg. Interesting. Throg. Captain Carter. I don't know if you guys think Captain Carter's going to play a bigger role later. Unlikely, but could happen. Joe Matt. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff at an all-time low. All together now. Steamboat Willie. Oh. 142 gems. Held that thing all the way up and all the way down. Wow. SR Thor under 100 gems. There is a lot of mints. 2200 is a lot for an SR. But SR Thor. The SR. Under a hundo. Geez, Beta Ray Bill going pretty low too. All-time low. But I'm still surprised it's even up to 55 gems. Are Stormtroopers getting a supply shock? Only 300 listed? Maybe. Definitely seems to be a ton of hype around it. I know a lot of people were upset with, what was it, like, low mint Mick or whatever for like flooring a bunch of Stormtroopers. I thought it was hilarious. If whales want to buy a bunch of something and floor it and dump on everyone, they could do whatever they want. Let the market suss itself out. If he wants to floor everything, then so be it. I thought it was just kind of funny. He just kind of like turned his back and like just started flooring everything. It's like, cool. Now if you want Stormtroopers, now you can get it for cheap. Or cheaper. How many were there listed? Storm. One word. I'm also gonna have to hop off here in a few minutes. I didn't want to stream for super long. I do have other stuff I'm trying to do today. Yeah, there's 263 on the market. I saw before I clicked it. Yeah, it's getting low, but I do think once this does push up to like 16, 17, 18 again, more people will floor, because at that point it's pretty much almost doubling the price. So the vibes, anything in the market catch your eye? Haven't paid attention to Veve in a while. Everything got cheaper. Well, LM Bats, if you've been watching, I'm gonna have to get off here in a few minutes, but if you go on my NFT tracker, I don't even have an account. You don't have to log in, you don't have to do anything. I just went here. So if you just go to NFTs. I like doing this search, going by difference to all-time low on this little drop down here. And you just flip it. And you can change it to collectibles or comics or whatever. You could just see all the collectibles that are an all-time low right now, at least recorded on my NFT tracker, right? Yeah, all these things, a lot of season 1 stuff is at an all-time low. You know, stuff from like season 1 through 3. Ooh, I've been keeping a very close eye on this one. Yeah, I remember I remember thinking of almost pulling the trigger on this when it was at like 70 something gems some time ago. Yeah, this was like mid-March. Remember I was like, it was at like 72 and I'm like, could it go lower? I don't know, like it's pretty darn cheap, and now it's all the way down to 38. If you guys don't know what this is, first appearance Miles rare. I love this cover. This is maybe I need to make a video, but this is probably one of my like top 5 covers of all the rarities of all comics. I was buying low mint mix Stormtroopers. I am now at 30. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. See, let people do what they want. I don't care if people shout on their live streams that I'm gonna buy everything and I'm gonna hold forever, and then they like floor it the next week. It's like, I mean, people are gonna do what they want, right? Best stackable collectible on the app, in my opinion. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. Stormtroopers are a good one. It's a good balance between price, popularity. They're designed to be stacked. So Vibes, awesome to see you streaming again. Talk later. Yeah, for sure. By the way, Vibes, did you notice on the mobile app the comic corners have gray around it? I did not notice that. The mobile app, the comic corners have a gray around it. No, I did not notice that. I'll have to check it out later. But yeah, who was it that asked me that question again? Ellen Bats, yeah. Just go on here, dude, and just search by all-time low. And if there's some that you've been eyeing, like, I think this is a pretty cool comic to buy. This is the rare cover of a Carnage first appearance. Just a plain background on Spider-Man. It looks super cool. So when stuff gets this cheap, there's actually, I kind of go back to a lot of the, you know, rare, uncommon, ultra rare covers for some comics that I'm like, God, I love that cover, but it's just 22 gems is just too steep. But if you go back now, like some stuff's like 11 now, or even like less than 10, and now you can kind of pick some cool looking covers for cheap. So yeah, thanks for the stopping by, guys. So everyone, Hamoon, Hanano, Bats, Big A, Coconut, Jeff, Pashnak, everyone that was here. I'm just kind of reading up chat. And Hamoon, thank you so much for the dough there, for the gems. I appreciate it. So hope all you guys have a good rest of the day. Hope you guys find some good deals. And is there a drop tomorrow? Yeah, there should be a drop tomorrow. Is there a drop tomorrow? I don't think there is. Oh no, there's the Little Mermaid. We'll talk about Little Mermaid for like 1 minute. I haven't even looked at the drop information, to be honest. I'm gonna immediately look at the mint numbers and the box price. 35 gems, 2,000 mints. Flounder and Sebastian aren't FAs, I believe. King Triton could be kind of cool. 35 gems seems a bit steep. Blackpink's like around the corner. I don't think these are gonna do like terribly well. I'm kind of curious to see how it pans out, but anyway, I'm in South Korea, and Blackpink article was in the Korean Herald newspaper. That is huge. All right, so 63 SW. I'm just gonna call you 63. I mean, what's like the general sentiment out there about these drops? I mean, I assume some people are talking about it in public, or friends, or someone, or anything, or maybe you read online forums. Like, what are it could be wrong, but it sounds like the general consensus is some people aren't like too happy about it, and a lot of communities aren't ready for digital collectibles or NFTs in general. So you paid attention to Cryptoys recently? I know they have a market announcement and some other stuff's going on, but I have not kept up to date with Cryptoys. I should, because I still have 10 unopened like cubes from like the Star Wars season 1 drop. I bought it during the BOGO deal. I just bought during the BOGO deal and just kind of left it there. So I'll have to check it out. But no, I'm curious to see if kind of like what people in South Korea, or just people that are fans of Blackpink in general, are saying. Maybe I'll do some research today and talk about it later. So anyway, everyone, thanks for stopping by. Please double and triple check all of your listings.